Alright, we are back with another look at Broodscale, Basking Broodscale. This was one of the new cards from Modern Horizons 3 that we initially thought would be a good slot into the Scurry Oak combo deck, but quickly realized that while it is good and can go infinite the same way that Heliod goes infinite, you need either a combo outlet or some way to give all the tokens 1/1 counters if you want to actually attack with them. And as is, this thing ends up just being an infinitely large single creature that can be destroyed by single target removal. So we need a different way to break this card. And what I've decided to do, if you watched the recent video where I played that initial deck, I decided that I would want to go into black a little bit. And let's go over some of the cards that we get now that we've done so. One of the ones that I had mentioned was Blood Artist would be very good in this deck, and that's just because the Broodscale tokens themselves have the ability to be sacrificed. So you can get infinite mana that way or you can get infinite mana and infinite life drain with Blood Artist if you're comboing with Broodscale, so that's pretty good. And then if you have something like a Woe Strider, this makes it so that your Scurry Oak tokens can also be sacrificed, things like this. And then also Meathook Massacre is a way to just wipe the board preemptively in case your opponent's doing something crazy with elves. But it's also a good way to, once you combo like this, you can just cast a Meathook Massacre, destroy your own board, and kill your opponent with Blood Artist triggers. So that's kind of the initial changes to the deck. You'll see a lot of things are still intact. We're still running 8 Soul Sisters effects. We are still running 7 out of 8 Scurry Oak / Broodscale effects. And then we are running 6 Heliod or Rosie effects that are able to make those two combo. So with removing those cards, we are getting things like Meathook, Woe Strider, and Blood Artist. But another cool thing is that we now have Rally the Ancestors in this deck. Something that now makes sense to play since we are doing these infinite sacrifice loops. What we want to have happen is get into a situation where all of our combo pieces exist in the graveyard, including Blood Artist, and then the 3 other things that we want to do. A lot of things are not going to have exile-based removal unless we're playing Swords to Plowshares, but we have at minimum 6 copies of each component of our combo, so I think that that is not going to be too much of an issue. But basically, if we find Rally the Ancestors down the line and we have all these 3 pieces in play, plus Blood Artist, we can bring them all back with Rally the Ancestors for 3, so it only costs 5 mana. And then these get exiled at the beginning of my next upkeep, but thankfully for us, we don't need to have haste in order to win. We just basically get Heliod, Broodscale, and Soul Warden, or some different combo of, to all come in at the same time. Soul Warden triggers, we put counters on Broodscale, start to loop that. And then basically with Broodscale specifically, we'll be able to sacrifice those creatures and kill our opponent with the Blood Artist triggers. Another cool one is that we get to play Chord of Calling here, which allows us to get into a Craterhoof win if we end up going for a wide Scurry Oak or Basking Broodscale. If we can make infinite amounts of those, then what we can do is on the following turn, when they're all hasty, we can use Chord of Calling, spending only 3 green mana ourselves and convoking the rest of our infinite creatures, or some of the rest of our infinite creatures, to go find a Craterhoof Behemoth. When it ETBs, the remainder of our infinite creatures will be arbitrarily large and can kill our opponent. I try to make sure that Collected Company still works in this deck, and if you look at the numbers here, we're not really we're not really removing too many creature spells in order to make this work. There's 2 Chords of Calling, 2 Meathook Massacres, Rally the Ancestors, Assemble the Team, and Demonic Tutor. So if we take a look at things like this, I'll move the X spells over here, and we're really looking more at like a curve like this, where honestly Craterhoof is part of this as well. And so, our curve is pretty decent. We're 2 to 3 heavy here, and Collected Company does hit most of these. And if I remove Demonic Tutor, then now these are all creatures. So it's still a decently good curve, and we should be able to actually have a bit of a normal game plan if none of these special combos work out. But here's to hoping that this is a slightly better version of the deck that I played the last time we looked at Basking Broodscale. But only time will tell here as we hop into the first round. Before you do so, make sure to like and comment on the video. Helps me with the YouTube algorithm stuff, and it's just free and easy for you guys. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday as I go over new builds of very cool decks and different play patterns in the historic and timeless formats. With that being said, let's hop into round 1 and play some games. Alright, the opening hand in round 1 is a little interesting here. The Crater Hoof is not necessarily welcome, and while we have Windswept Heath to find black, assemble the team could get our third land or another combo piece. This is moderately, so I think I'm going to mulligan. We actually legitimately cannot keep this hand. It doesn't have enough mana, and we're going to have to just keep 5 here. We have what is technically a whole combo package right there. I think I'll take my Windswept Heath to go find a Surveil land, and then Temple Garden can go back. And I'll need to get rid of one more thing. I think maybe Rosie goes away, or actually maybe it's Soul Warden, because Soul Warden is the most prevalent part of our combo, so we'll do that. Windswept Heath will look for one of those things. Ginger Brute comes down here. Might be Artifact Tribal here, or they're going for, I'm blanking on the name. They're looking for Affinity for artifacts. So we'll grab our Surveil here. We find a Heliod here. It's a bummer. I almost got rid of the Rosie. This Heliod would have been really nice. I think Heliod is good, but is Heliod great? Heliod's good for the long game, and the life gain will be really nice. I think I'm going to keep the Heliod. We have to go for Shrine, Shifting Woodland here. They have a Springleaf Drum. That's fine. They'll make some mana. And we see 5 artifacts. Here's a Shifting Woodland into Basking Broodscale. And we do have a blocker. An Ornithopter. What are we putting on the Ornithopter? We see Jeskai. And possibly the Broodscale eats it here. No, it'll just be Karn. -2, what do you get? Is it going to be a Liquid Metal Coating? They can definitely be playing that for free. Yep, and it will be Liquid Metal Coating here. We will be stuck on 3 lands for a little bit here. I will shock in here. We will go Heliod. Heliod is at least a start here. And I'm not interested in Broodscaling here. We will not attack. So I think they're coating my woodland here. That makes sense. What will they be taking? Okay, they'll just take a Temple Garden. That's fine. Still have only 1 card type in the graveyard. I don't think this Shifting Woodland is going to do what it needs. This is probably not something I want to block, so I will I'll let that happen. I think this was... No, that's just a draw card. If I shot Godless Shrine here, we get Rosie Cotton in before it's impossible to cast 3 drops for me. They will draw a card here. Sure. Now I'm able to attack Karn. We have to create a food token. We will create a Broodscale, and then we will make a little Scion. We will choose yes here. Take action. And, oh yeah, that's right. We do, we've been making tokens, so this is a thing that works. Alright, cool. Almost completely forgot about that. We will create, we will target, and hopefully these will then sit on top of each other correctly. Alright. So we go Broodscale here. We will have essentially enough mana to make things work here. I am going to go quite a bit with the Broodscale. We have to go quite far here in order to make this work. So I'm going to go to at least 30 here. Having some problems with the debouncing of my clicks here in the game. That's kind of annoying. With my opponent holding priority like this is kind of making it difficult for me to click with the Magic UI. So I'm going to go to at least 30 here. It's not intended to make my opponent forfeit due to me wasting their time. I actually do mean to go to 30. So they're going to strip mine me here next turn. I'll still be able to get a Trelisar out. That might be my last turn to be able to get a Trelisar out, though, which is definitely an issue. We need to make sure that we have at least 20 Scions if we find a Blood Artist. Blood Artist only needs black mana in order to be played. So I think if I find a land, I'm going to make sure that I hold it in hand, and I'll use a Scion in order to make the mana for it. I'm trying to think if they have a way of making life other than the Ginger Brute, so I'll have to at least go to 23, both in terms of the amount of creatures that I have and the size of my Broodscale. I think we'll stop at 30. That gives me a little bit of extra mana to go through the next few turns with. I think we'll go to 35. 35 will be what I stop at. Alright, good. Opponent's going a little faster here. This is nice. Alright, 34, and one more final here. Alright, and then now we put the last one on to Rosie, yes. Alright, cool. We'll just put one on this guy. Alright, perfect. So then now we attack. We attempt to kill Karn, they make a block. And then we drop Trelisara next turn after getting Lickle Metal Cookie. And we do have combo pieces that will be able to win for us here. Oh, that's brutal. We lose our Basking Broodside here, that's fine. That was our big attacker though. We will put another counter on this guy. And I might just map here. Alright, there goes our Godless Shrine. We'll lose our black mana source. Sure. There goes the Karn Plus. You got it. And will my Scion survive? Ginger Brute coming in. Ornithopter will be the blocker here, it looks like. Okay, you got it. So I think I want to play the Trelisara. That's going to be important to me. That is worth a scry later if I can keep my mana up with Heliod. We'll pass. And a big top deck here would need to include a land, so I'm not sure that this really works for me just yet. I might need to spend my mana this turn even mapping or something. Hard to say what the move is. Move to my turn. Windswept Heath is perfect. I will, I think, save this for now. We'll go Trelisara. And we'll attack Karn again. 1, 2. See if Karn is down to go to 2 life. It's all okay. The Ornithopter will likely block the 3/4. We'll actually let it happen. Karn goes to 1. We know that Karn is just going to plus with coding anyway. We're just looking for a way to combo kill here. So we lose our Portico. Our last white source is gone. Luckily Heath will be able to find all these things for us, and we have all the Scions in the world to make this work. Springleaf Drum's not a problem. So they don't have a kill yet. It's just Ginger Brute very slowly killing me. We do kill Karn next turn, which is nice. They should have probably blocked with the Ornithopter. So Scurry Oak is a thing that exists. I think I'm interested in that. That does give me, I think, a lot of creatures here. This also does set up a next turn kill. Make a token. Oh wait, no, we don't make a token yet. That's awkward. Let's go ahead and move in then. We'll attack Karn. And once Karn is down, then we start rebuilding. 1, 2, 3, all at Karn. And we pass the turn. If we find a Blood Artist or a way to get Blood Artist, we kill with our Eldrazi Scions. Prophetic Prism, sure. They draw. Hopefully it was a bad card. Simulacrum Synthesizer is their finisher here. Luckily it doesn't make anything. It's Prophetic Prism draw card. They have 2 on top, so we know that we are in a scary situation. Liquid Metal Coating doesn't mean anything now. Sure, Heliod is now an artifact. And I don't think they can kill my artifact. Now, should I gain 3 life with the food? I don't think so. Alright, we're going to pass here. My turn. And it's another Trellisara. Darn. So I think I will kick off a Scurry Oak. We will explore. We find a land. Let's put in... So the question is, are they going to have a Karn off the top? Like this Overgrown Tomb into Windswept Heath would be bad. I think I'll go Windswept Heath here. And then I think I want to try again for the Scurry Oak. So I think I'll spend a spawn for this. We're going to look to put a counter on Scurry Oak. Can we do it? We can, and there's a Blood Artist, so we know that we kill next turn. Okay, so we'll take action here. Put a counter on Scurry Oak. And we are going to make 20 squirrels as well, and then Blood Artist will kill next turn no matter what. Yep, here we go. Put a counter on this guy, and then let's see how these squirrel tokens end up resolving. Come on. Actually, you know what? I'm not sure that it matters what they do next turn. I think just having these scions is fine. We'll actually just decline here. Go ahead and pass. I'm definitely not activating Windswept Heath. But, yeah, this is fine. It's just a Thought Monitor. Not the end of the world. Simulacrum Synthesizer makes a 14/14. It's a good thing that we are about to kill. We have 29 damage on the board. Thought Monitor, sure. Totally fine. They have a lot of power here. Swords to Plowshares blows me out, I guess. Experimental Synthesizer, that's fine. They'll exile the top, sure. Mirror Enforcer is great for them. Make another big guy. Moonsnare Prototype, fine. Nettle Cyst, fine. And I think we're good. More triggers here. We should be able to combo kill though. Nothing has haste. Oh, Experimental Synthesizer could have given haste. It can still give haste, okay. But we do get to go to our turn here, and this is fine. We shock this. We play a Blood Artist. And then I have to see how this works. I want to QQ and see if that sacks all my Eldrazi's. It does not. Alright, cool. So we're going to do this. I have to click between here and my opponent 20 times. That's a little awkward. But this is the combo with Blood Artist sacrificing all the Eldrazi spawns in order to kill the opponent. It's a little awkward that that's how this works, that I have to respond to my Heliod triggers. We are going to leave that on top. I think I actually want to hold full control here before we resolve anything. Target Trellisara, fine. I want to sack these. Unfortunately, I have to make all these triggers go on the stack. But okay, now I can do it like this. This is correct. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Alright, this is very slow, but it is what it is. We're going to finish out the opponent here. They're going to, it appears to make me click through all this. It's totally fine though, because now I get to actually demonstrate it for you guys. Okay, it's actually not too slow when you really get down to it. It's just a little 1, 2, 3 like that. Alright. Target, target, target. And definitely a little bit more manual here, but it is what it is. What we'll then do is, if I was editing these videos in like a long form kind of thing, I would probably end up just speeding this one up a little bit. I used to do that in the editing process, but no more since I have my my automated video editing process. But basically we've shown our opponent how we plan to kill them here, and with just 9 more of these we should have lethal. Alright, getting close. Definitely a cool build of the deck here, and this is a very unique combo that I don't think I've seen before. Boom, boom, boom. Getting close. Thanks for sticking with me here. If you're just skipping through the video, I do not blame you. This is as tedious to do as it is to watch. Alright, and then I think we go like this. We stop holding full control here, and we make sure that we target our opponent a bunch. Target opponent, they have to click here. Possibly they've just alt F4'd here. Nice, okay, so we go, oop, crap, I don't want to put that on Scurryoak. We will decline to create something. Bam, bam. Alright, make sure to target them. Why can I not target my opponent? Ah, right, it's because this needs to go on there. Done. Okay, perfect. Now I don't have to retarget these. It kind of figures out that we are doing this. And then I just have to spam click Trellisara and hit space. Alright, cool. Learning a little bit more about the MTGA client as we go here. I think that they've done a lot of work when it comes to actually executing these combos. So the optimizations are there, which is nice. Good on them for, you know, making that stuff happen. Prior to this, it would be even more manual clicking than you're seeing today, if you can believe that. Not that I think that this matters, but I am going to start scrying, see what's on the top of my library. I would like a collected company if this all goes wrong. Demonic Tutor is close, but not quite it. Trellisara, Soul Warden goes away. Trellisara, Soul Warden, nope. Trellisara, only 4 more of these. We should have our opponent here. I think I'm just going to let this stuff sit on top here. 33, 2 life left, 1 life left, and we get them now. Thanks for opponent sticking around here. Hopefully not all of my opponents make me do all this, but definitely a cool combo to see in action. We'll go ahead and take round 1 here in the absolutely slowest way possible, but we'll move into round 2, 1-0. Here we go. Alright, this opening hand's pretty nice. We have 2 fetch lands, but we can curve rather quickly from Lunarch Veteran into Trellisara. We can think about Blood Artist, we can think about Demonic Tutor on the next turn, or we can just drop a Heliod. And then what really happens is we just go Demonic Tutor on 4 for our 2 mana combo piece, and we're good. Alright, so here I'm going to fetch for a green-white Surveil land. Let's do that. Here's Lush Portico. What will we find? I'd keep a land. Opponent has Archive Trap here. Yikes. We will be able to exile a Woe Strider at some point, though, which is nice. This is going to be a little tough here. If I can find our good friend, the... what is it called? The... Rally the troops, then this Demonic Tutor can go find that. Then I just go for looking for enough oh god, surgical. So we lose the Heliod from hand. That's unfortunate. We will have to combo with a Rosie. So I hope our opponent doesn't get another surgical. Verdant Catacombs here. I think we need to shock this one in Demonic Tutor to make sure that our card stays in hand. We find something that produces black here. We go Demonic Tutor. We will take Rally the Ancestors. Now we need just 3 mana. And in the meantime, we'll just start producing some attackers. Veteran is nice. Perfect. And then we just wait for a turn where we have the mana and they don't have the ability to counter our rally, and then we're good. At one of these turns, they'll eventually overstep, I think. 33 cards left. Already kind of looking a little dangerous when it comes to the amount of Archive Trap that we are open to. Trellisara is a good one here. Helps me set up. Mana Drain, alright. Well, we get to hit for 2. And now we're just looking for lands. Unfortunately, not finding them. This is looking pretty even. If we can get a Rally the Ancestors off, though, it is very, very good for us. We have Blood Artist in hand. Is there Blood Artist in graveyard yet? There is not. Another Woe Strider goes. We have Scurry Oak, Broodscale, excuse me, and Rosie. So we have for X equals 3 a combo. Alright. Well, opponent comes in hot here. 22. They can put us down to 7 cards in hand. Or 7 cards in library. And not 7. 9, 15. About. Not 15, 13. They'll mill here, draw 3 cards, and I think unfortunately that is going to be it here. Shifting Woodland gets me a bit closer. We can go Blood Artist. And move to combat here. Kill Jace, attack with Lunarch Veteran. And we just need 2, 3 drops back, I guess. Mesmeric Orb, things are looking tough here. As we untap 4 things, go to 14 cards. I think we might just barely miss out on comboing here. If we played Dark Ritual, could have been nice. It is what it is. Let's see. It is whenever 1 counters go on it. Yeah, if I had a Heliod, this could work actually. So, yeah, I just need the Heliod, more or less. Tough. We're very, very close. We'll mill. The land, we are only 1 away here. Collected Company can come in on end step, which hopefully they will try to counter. 13 cards left. We just have to avoid the search. We will attack with the Lunarch Veterans. See if they have a response for this. I think we're probably going to die here. We'll pass. We gotta be careful about this Collected Company, actually. We are essentially at 11 cards in library. Luckily, they didn't draw that Glimpse the Unthinkable. Alright, they surveil a land. That's good for me. Alright, Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Will we survive? Let's see. Shifting Woodland cannot be activated. Well, it can be activated, but it just exists as a copy on the graveyard. I can Rally the Ancestors now. They would get exiled. It would just be for 2. The Woe Strider wouldn't come out. I get second Blood Artist. Broodscale doesn't give me a way to kill them. Alright, I think we just have to ride on the Tashas here. I think that should be everything. No, we're actually left with 1 card. If this is a land... Oh wait, no, we die because of Lunarch Veteran. Let's see what the last card was. Unfortunately, that will be it. And I think they're going to even Mana Drain this. So they had the Mana Drain. If they didn't mill me, I wonder if Rally the Ancestors would have worked out for me. So this would have happened. We would rally for 2. Auto pay. And we'll show them that we were just so very close here. Lots of triggers. We'll keep 1 Trelisara. And that will be a little bit of a Blood Artist trigger, but unfortunately not enough. We submit 1. We can stop holding full control. Yep, just 4. And sadly, we don't have anything to do here. So very close. Oh wait, no, we do get to draw, no? Yeah, we just can't put a counter on Basking Broodscale. Let's see, yeah, we'll only be able to... We'll only be able to adapt them 1 at a time. Okay, yeah, I don't think we can get enough here. Does Court of Calling do anything for me? Well, it doesn't matter, I can't cast it. Alright. Here we go. We are just continuing here. A lot of things going down. We were extremely close there. If we had resolved like a heal lead or anything, this would have been a kill. Super, super close to making it work. But, you know, untapping with one card in deck, normally you're not hopeful for a win. So, you know, I think we came very close here. Anyways, we're going to mill this over, and we will draw decking ourselves here. It was a good attempt. Opponent came in with a very, very clutch early archive trap that I think did a lot of what this game ended up being. The archive trap, the mana drain came in at a good time. The Glimpse of the Unthinkables were big. Jace, of course, very good card. I'm surprised they didn't -X. That would have killed me a little faster, given that I had attackers on the board. And Tasha's came absolutely close. I was like so excited when I saw one card left in library, but fortunately it wasn't enough. So that'll end round 2. We'll go into round 3, and hopefully this time we can get another win. If I had some way to know that this opening hand would result in me drawing a Plains on the next turn, I would definitely keep it because it seems pretty nice with Blood Artist going on. We got a mulligan it though. Somehow we still end up with a 1-lander. I'm again looking at the same situation where it is 1 land. At least this time we cast Lunarch Veteran. We're going to keep 6. I don't really want to go to 5. Court of Calling can go away. And we have 2 draws to get a land. It's possible, not impossible. We just have to, you know, hope that we don't become a statistic here. The statistics are doing their thing. I think we're going to just save some life here. It could end up coming down to the wire. And now what happens? There's a Restless Fortress. And I don't know what comes next. Opponent is here. They were the first one to keep their hand. They are looking now. So what will it be? Windswept Heath. And they leave things here. So we will go with the Lunarch Veteran. And we're just going to have to stay on 1 land here. It feels very uncomfortable. But at the very least, this is a 20-turn clock. We'll have to see if we can improve upon that. They're taking their time to crack this Windswept Heath. Maybe there's a big fetch choice coming up. Alright, so we get our Lunarch Veteran down. Will it survive? They will crack the Windswept Heath. Lots of decisions that are taking quite a while here. I'm not sure that they have their plays exactly planned out here, so it will be Bowmasters. Alright, that makes sense, and that's going to be a very big problem for me, I think. Blood Artist also dies to Bowmasters, so if they can force a draw, they are going to be able to delete a lot of my deck. We did see last round that Rally the Ancestors is a very strong way to win, but we currently have 1 land right now, so that's not looking very good for us. Alright, well, now we die in 2-point chunks. This Windswept Heath is pretty big. We can go Broodscale here, which thankfully is a 2-2. We'll find black and green, based on how many green things we have. Maybe I recast the Lunarch Veteran, actually. That does give me a little bit extra. So I said black-green, Overgrown Tomb. We'll shock. Let's show Lunarch Veteran. Will I be allowed to do this? Yes, I will. Let's pass. Maybe another Bowmasters in hand. Another Bowmasters it is. Alright. Well, that's not good. So we now take 4. The Broodscale will block the Bowmasters themselves eventually. The Broodscale can actually adapt itself, which is good. Rally the Ancestors is nice, so I can start to think about what I'm loading up in the graveyard. Kind of now drawing that, I'm sad that I left the Lunarch Veteran in exile. I think we go Broodscale here, look to adapt it next turn, or play Blood Artist, one of the two. And if we can get a Heliod on turn 3, so basically, like, if our next land, or next two draws are 2 lands, we go Heliod turn 3, Rally the Ancestors for 2. Oh, we are missing the Soul Sisters effect. Okay, so that doesn't quite work. But we're pretty close to just going off. And then if we can put Blood Artist in the graveyard at some point as well, that works. Alright, so we just play slow. If they have single target removal, so be it. We just need to draw cards until Rally the Ancestors is a win for us. They're really taking their time with making moves here. They'll use a rope, it looks like. I'm trying to think if this gives me any information. I don't think it does. They might just be playing on like mobile or something. Regardless, we pass here down 2 lands. Not great. Off the Trime. They found their 5th. Oh, Maelstrom Pulse. Alright. So Abzan Control versus Abzan Combo. Let's see who can win. If they hit my hand and take Rally the Ancestors, then I'm really in trouble. Alright, Marsh Flats. I think I want to Surveil here, so I'll just put a Blood Artist out. We look for a land here. I'm at 6. The Lunarch Veteran goes to the graveyard, and we're very close. Next turn I play Heliod, blocking with Blood Artist. And then the following turn I can Rally the Ancestors, right? I think it's possible. We lose Blood Artist. We take 5. We gain a life, thankfully. Blood Artist, huge. But they do attack here, then I take my turn playing Heliod. Oh, actually, no, this is bad. We have the Crater Hoof. Rally Ancestors now. What does that do for me? That gives me Blood Artist, Veteran, Broodside. We don't have a counter to give. Scurry Oak does nothing. Rally the Ancestors is basically just some creatures that can't sacrifice. So really, we can only play Heliod and just be a little sad here. If we had a little bit more mana, this is actually a combo turn, surprisingly enough. Yeah, just needed one more turn. It's unfortunate. Opponent will kind of let us sit here. I'm curious as to what is being held up here. I know Assassin's Trophy exists, Maelstrom Pulse for sure. There's the 6 mana Casualties of War. Hard to say what happens, but I think opponent has us here. Let's just wait for them to get in there. For some reason, if they decide to not attack, we combo kill on our upkeep. But I am not thinking that that's going to happen. Inquisition here, they'll see the Rally the Ancestors and maybe see that the combo exists. Correct call here, good for them, and they will attack anyway. We'll go ahead and pack up here and move into round 4. Alright, here we go, this is round 4. We have an okay hand. I mean, this just goes Soul Warden into Trelasara, which is respectable. It then opens us up to Scurry Oak and Woestrider later. I think I'm down. So we'll start out with a Soul Warden, see if they give us anything to trigger our Soul Warden with. Sickle Fork Springs, alright, so this is the one that is Return Spell or non-land permanent. They go Moonsnare Prototype. Meathook Massacre is in hand for the first time. We're going to find our Golgari land. Pay 2 life here, get a Trelasara out, get a trigger in. We want a land. Hoof is definitely not a land. It is the near opposite of a land in terms of CMC in our deck. Lobster Boots here, that's a little worrying. Chromatic Star, not the end of the world. Lunarch Veteran here, so we don't find a land. Lunarch Veteran's not bad though. This gives me another scry. If it resolves, it will. Trelisara, now we hit for 5. Collected Company would be nice if we had the mana for it. Unfortunately, not going to be the case. We will attack like this. And we are dealing some good damage. Darksteel Citadel. Ooh, Kozilek's Unsealing, nice. This is the one that creates Eldrazi spawns. Alright, so we're playing Eldrazi, I guess? No, not even that. So this is Mirror Enforcer. Okay, so this is going to be trying to value me out with... let's see, is this good? No, we need a land. They want to value us out with Kozilek's Unsealing off of these affinity creatures. Yep, okay, a lot of affinity, Kozilek's Unsealing, that's the move. This is pretty nice. Not often that you see a deck build just around that. They're helping us look through so many non-lands right now, though. That's nice. I mean, keep going. This is Pseudo Storm, actually. They can continue going for quite a while if they play 12 effects like this. We'll keep this land. Another Enforcer, oh my gosh. Meathook Massacre eventually going to be really good. Court of Calling. What does Court of Calling do for me? 1, 2, 3. We can get a Heliod out. We could get a Heliod out, then we would take a lot of damage though. So they can almost deck themselves with this. Ornithopter gains more life. Fine. Alright, so now they move to combat. We are good. I think I want to find a Heliod here, honestly. Or I can get a Woe Strider, or I could get a Scurryoak. Meathook for 1 doesn't really work. We actually need to Meathook for 7 if we want to wipe their board, so that's not great. I think I do try to set up something here. Lots of things discarded. We knew that we were drawing this. Now I have to really think about this Court of Calling. Actually, no I don't, because I don't have enough green for it. I think it'll be Woe Strider here. This gives us the most out of our Trelisara. And I think I attack with Trelisara here, because this forces them to block at least a few times. Then would I want to take another Trelisara? No, I wouldn't. I'm looking for a combo. Soul Warden, we already have one of those. I kind of just want a Heliod. Collected Company is not good enough. I don't have the mana for it. Okay, we'll pass. After attacking, of course. This requires 4 things to block. We'll kill 3 of them. They will chump here. Okay, fine. We will end turn. We have some good blocks here. They might chunk us down for a lot, though. And they have only 34 cards left in library. They shock. What is the next step of this deck? Another Kozilek's Unsealing. Whoa. Lots of draws. Now, what is the payoff other than just having a bunch of 4/4s early? That's my question. So they're looking for Unsealing. Ah, Kappa Cannoneer, right. Okay, so Kappa Cannoneer doesn't trigger other than making the tokens. Marsh Flats. So what does having 4 mana give me? That could be my second green. I'd then be able to Meathook for a little bit. I think I look for another card here. Court of Calling, not the move. Basking Broodscale, we already have a Scurryoak, so that's not interesting for us. Lush Portico, don't need another land really just yet. And we'll get to have another look here. No Broodscale, that's not our card. At this point, I'm now looking at taking lands. Let's see how they attack. So they do want to attack for 16. We'll just eat the 16 after making one block. So just 12. We can take 2 more of these. Sacrifice this. Now I want to find a land. That's very important to me now. There we go. So we're getting all that much more closer to finding maybe like a meat hook that's big enough. Move to my turn. Windswept Heath. We are going to go like this. Take a life. We'll gain some of it back here. We want to surveil here, gain some card advantage. Collected Company is now a good card for us, and we go Scurry Oak. Gain some life. Make that Trellisara super big. Kappa Cannoneer is a problem for us that will be a little bit big. And then they can, of course, block our one large guy. We are going to pass. No attacks. We will block where is necessary, but Trellisara will try to eat something. We have 1, 2, 3 Devotion. We need 5 for Heliod to become a creature. If we can hit Heliod and another creature, though, we are pretty good. If we can hit Heliod and a Broodscale, that is lethal. With Scurry Oak, we can set up a draw as well, potentially. Alright, so we are good on life right now. Patchwork Automaton is big. Mishra's Bauble, you got it. Oh, for some reason that didn't make sense. Here we go. Kappa Cannoneer is doing Kappa Cannoneer things. Kappa Cannoneer alongside the Simulacrum Synthesizer is going to be really good as well. I mean, we're just passing towards our opponent's end step here. They can't beat our 22-22, so we can be very good about blocks. Can they kill us with Kappa Cannoneer, though, is the question. I don't think so, especially if a lot of the things that they're putting in are creatures. Yep. There is the Patchwork. And what happens now? Okay, equip for 2 for some lifelink. Got it. So now this can't be blocked. They have a 2-turn clock. Okay, so now a lot of things die. What is the minimum that I need? We can block with a Lunarch Veteran. We can eat with a Trellisara. We can block... Well, we kind of need the Scurry Oak. We can block with the Woe Strider. But honestly, if I were to combo with Scurry Oak and Heliod, what does that do for me? That gets me infinite blocks, but then Kappa Cannoneer kills me. So I think I'm fine to block like this, leaving me still dead. So that means that this needs to go, and then I'll need to find Heliod specifically. Oh, this is awkward. Yeah, I don't think I can win this way. 16. Yeah, I think we are dead regardless now. This is 19 damage. This is the minimum that we can take. Trellisar gives me a Scry. Yeah, I think this is the maximum damage that we're allowed to take without dying. So we have to go like this. It then means that we can only Collected Company next turn, and then that really doesn't do it for me. Oh, it looks like Kozilek's Unsealing is going to just value us out here, unfortunately. Can Collected Company even hit anything here? Sack Mishra's Bauble. Wait, hold on. They have 3 blockers, but I have a Meat Hook Massacre. Okay, this could work. We go Meat Hook Massacre for 1. Does this work? That is incredible. Opponent's going to lose some life. We get to attack with the Trellisara. Skuriok is not the move. Gain some more life here. The Hoof is not the move. Another Meat Hook Massacre is fine, but not necessary. And we're just going to attack in. That is 24 damage to the face, and somehow we have turned that 2-turn clock for them into death on my turn. Kind of incredible. Didn't really expect that to go that way, but we'll move into round 5 off of a victory. Hopefully we can get one more to finish out this deck tech. I'll see you in round 5. Okay, last round here. Let's go. We have the Hoof. The Hoof is not super good. Broodscale is pretty nice, and we can set it up with Heliod. And actually, you know what? Broodscale into Hoof is actually not the end of the world. Let's try that. This is a little bit of a pipe dream, but we'll see what happens. We do also need that third land. That might be a problem. Forest? Land of Elves. Can they do it like we can? Oh, we find that third land. Let's go. Tap land. Soul Warden. Say go. I don't think they're going to have the interaction to deal with me. I think this is a free attack. They don't block this. They need to have their ramp. They know that they're going to be forced into a long game here. And what will they do about it? They will take the damage. They will look at the Soul Wardens. What's happening? Turn 3 Heliod is what's happening next. Search of Greatness. Land of Elves. Sure. A lot of life for us. We can go Heliod now. Pass the turn. This In Search of Greatness is a problem. They get a 2-drop here, then a 3-drop later. I think this is okay. Big choices here, evidently. They have 4 mana. Can they do something with a 2-drop and then drop a big 4-drop to follow it up? I hope not. Really taking a long time to resolve this. That's surprising. And they will scry to the bottom. Interesting. Wonder why that took so long to decide. And they will pass. Taking a while. Looking at Heliod. What's going on? Can never tell sometimes. Are they going to destroy an artifact or enchantment? Because Heliod is indestructible. That would be bad for them. We are continuing to look at this. Okay, they will exile Heliod, and that was probably a smart move by them. If we go like this, we can Basking Broodscale and then make a 1/1. We will pass. End step, we put some mana into Broodscale, then we go Skuriok, and we continue to ramp looking for an eventual Crater Hoof. Oh, Elder Garderoth is not good. We don't like to see that. Let's put a counter here. We do get to take our little guy out, make some extra life for ourselves. And we have 5 out of 8 mana. It's not bad. Into my turn. Lunark Veteran good. Skuriok also good. Let's do Skuriok first. Lunark Veteran next. And unfortunately we can't attack, but we have enough life to stay alive for a while. Ooh, Carnage Tyrant. Luckily not hasty, but that is big. We don't have many turns to work with here. We We have 3 out of 5 pips for a Heliod, so finding a Heliod isn't necessarily a break for us. Yeah, I mean, this definitely went very differently with their Archdruid's Charm. I can see why they thought about it for so long, because this does find any good creature card. And then they can maybe go 7 after this Carnage Tyrant, or was this Carnage Tyrant 7? Yeah, they go Atraxa next, possibly. So if we are able to kill anything, we have to make sure that it's not the Carnage Tyrant. What does Vivian do? She can destroy an artifact enchantment. So not necessarily an issue yet. Again, a long decision happening here. I suppose they do need to think about what happens with In Search of Greatness. Questing Beast. That is a problem. We only have 1 creature that's eligible to block that thing, so smart there. I assume they go wide here, or maybe they take a card. They do take a card. We will take the 6. No blocks. Alright, we get ever closer to this Craterhoof Behemoth, but unfortunately we're going to take 13 next turn. Probably 17, actually. Unfortunately, the convoking out the Craterhoof Behemoth would have been better than just having it in hand. It's unfortunate. Very slow green versus green gameplay here. Vivian goes, sure. Galta, nice. So they can go Galta and Beast, right? Yeah, no, they're 1 mana off. No, they can cast both, what am I saying? Yeah, so 4 mana in, and then another 2 mana for the Galta. Luckily we can survive this, and it's not out of the realm of possibility to say that we draw Collected Company, hit well, and then combo kill, so not the end of the world. We are definitely not blocking. Definitely not blocking, yep. Back down to 20. The game has restarted, but both of us have a board. Galta probably, right? It will be Galta, alright. So In Search of Greatness, not really that impactful anymore. Telasara gives me some scries. Alright. We will take the action here. Rosie is a combo here. Rosie puts a counter on the Basking Broodscale. Alright. Leaf on top. So now we just have to survive this next turn and then we're good. This is huge. And then we'll have enough for Craterhoof Behemoth after I play Rosie. Nice. Whoops, we are definitely not attacking here. We are ending turn, in fact. Resolve. So if I go 1-2 and use this spawn to play Rosie, then I have 3 mana for Craterhoof. Okay. There might be a Craterhoof win here. 28. Can they do 28 to me? Can Vivian kill anything? The -8 would be bad. Thankfully, they're not there yet. -3 doesn't do anything, so it'll all have to be from hand. I think there's a way that we come out here. Always pays to never give up. Once again, opponent thinking. Now they can put a lot of trample damage in. That is about 25. Luckily, Trellisar can block the Questing Beast. So I think we're not dead unless they can grow their board slightly. Nykthos is bad. That is really, really bad. So they have all the mana that they could possibly work with. A Hasty Trampler is a really bad thing for me to see. And it will move to attack, so that's good for me. We will block what is blockable, and otherwise just take the rest. I think I'm eating this with Trellisara. Surprised Galta's not coming in. Nice. Alright, this is surprisingly good for me. They'll draw a card, sure. We will make a block. And so far so good. Can they flash something in that grows at instant speed? I'm honestly not sure. There's Ram Through, which is commonly played in things that have trample creatures. I'd be surprised if that's what I see here. What's going to happen? They're thinking about it again. It will be Smuggler's Surprise. Put up to 2 creature cards onto the battlefield. Power 4 greater, hexproof, and indestructible. That's fine. What 2 creature cards come out? Steelleaf Champion and Carnage Tyrant. Not a problem, honestly. We get bigger, we grow, we find Rosie, and I think now that they're tapped out, we have a combo. Let's go ahead and get ready to execute it. We go to 28. We are looking completely fine here, so we're going to make mana with this guy. We're going to Rosie Cotton, leaving 3 green up. Yep. And we will put a counter on Basking Broodscale. We'll make a token. Put a counter on Broodscale. Make a token. Put a counter on Broodscale. Make a token. Broodscale. Token, and here we go. Alright, so I'm going to do this a little bit because they have quite a lot of creatures that can block. Thankfully they don't have to hold priority through here, so this is relatively painless for both of us. We need to spend 5 of our little guys. I think 15 by 15 is like 200 damage or something like that, so I think that will be enough. We will leave like 10 or so creatures here. We have, I think, like 8-ish creatures that have no summoning sickness, so this is good. Let's just stop here at 20. I think that should be enough. We will decline. And then Trellisara does her thing. You got it. We have to click through that quite a bit. This might take a while. class 5, so I got to be a little careful here. Make sure I don't pass right through combat. And then we do this, and now we have the hoof, auto pay, and that is 24 times however wide our board is currently. Nice. So they thought they were the green deck. We, in fact, were the larger green deck. We will decline the Scurry Oak trigger. One more Trellisara here. Oh, a few more Trellisaras, rather. Alright. 20, we will move to attacks. Attack all at the face, and opponent will be dead. If the last card in their hand is a fog, that is the ultimate move right there. I think we are likely to get our kill here, though. We're looking at like 200 damage or so. Possibly opponent ropes us out here. I think they may have just decided to step away from the computer here as I combo. If that is the case, I'll just go ahead and mute, and we will let the rest of this play out. But as this brings us to the end of the deck here, thanks for sticking around here. Hope you guys had a fun time watching this deck go off. It was a fun one to play, and I think that if you watch the original video where we were trying out the Basking Broodscale, I think that this is a very, very good home for that card. Yeah, so if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe for videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you are a returning viewer, you can show your support by liking and commenting on the videos, as that is the best way to keep us working with the YouTube algorithm. That is all from me, and as our opponent finishes out their final rope here, we will move on to a new deck for next time. So thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching. The viewership means a lot. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Nope, never mind. There's one more of these. I'm going to mute, and I'll see you in the next video.